Hello, my wonderful Leos. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay. Okay, Leo, we have the message crumbling. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. Okay. Off the bat here, actually, when I look at this card, I'm getting the energy of the Tower card in tarot. Okay. And so I'll tell you why, because what it says here is pretty much the definition behind the tarot card as well. You know, when a foundation is crumbling, okay, or you may be feeling like, a foundation is crumbling, it's usually because a relationship or, a situation, you may feel like there was a false start to begin with. But you guys may be trying to build something new here, or it's just more of a wake up call like, okay, this is not working, or this situation is not stable. And some of you are anticipating an ending before it actually occurs. And I know that we're in a, no contact spread here. So it could be that, this separation is something that you felt coming. So it wasn't a surprise to you, it wasn't an unexpected. Okay, so what I see so far is there's definitely a lack of stability here. Many of you anticipated this separation or ending. And you could be feeling, defeated because it says you have the strength to build anew. So it could be that you are trying to gain the strength at this time, or you're trying to heal from what has happened. Okay, so we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck here, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Seems like, this person here, they are manifesting an opportunity to prove themselves to you. The Magician could be, manifesting something. It could also just be your person feeling that they have, the power to change the current dynamic, but through practical effort with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm going to start off by seeing how they are viewing you this week. Okay. The Ten of Wands, yeah. They're viewing you as someone who feels very exhausted. The Tens in Tarot obviously speak about completion, but they feel that, or I should say, they're viewing you as someone who feels very exhausted, kind of like you've tried everything to keep this foundation together, or you've tried everything to, make things work between you both, but you're at the point of no return. There's something here that feels very heavy. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, guys. It's something here that feels very heavy in your energy, or so that's how they're viewing you. Okay, something else that I see here, guys, is like with the Ten of Wands, this person may feel like you're kind of questioning your investment in this bond here. The Ten of Wands could kind of be when you feel like you've wasted some sort of time or effort, or feeling like you put your best foot forward, but you didn't really receive your desired results. So it's pretty much like working towards something on a daily basis, or working towards something and putting all your effort into it, but it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to. So now you're, walking away with a very heavy, emotionally exhausted energy. Okay, so we have the World card followed by the Seven of Cups in the challenge position. Seems to me that this is someone who feels challenged because they want, a cycle to come to an end. So they may feel like the separation was much needed. Kind of like, okay, well, it wasn't stable to begin with, so I understand why this came to an end, but I'm wanting to rebuild, right? But with the Seven of Cups, that boils down to emotional confusion. This is someone who feels challenged this week because they feel like their emotions are all over the place. One day they could feel very optimistic and positive, the other day they could feel extremely pessimistic. They don't feel emotionally balanced, okay? And the Seven of Cups also speaks about like mixed signals. So this person may feel like there were a lot of mixed signals between you both in this connection, or even a series of mind games here. But either way, it boils down to emotional confusion, feeling a bit all over the place this week. So what they know is they feel like something about the separation was much needed, but when they think about a new beginning, it seems like it's going to take a lot of work to get to that place. So it's like, do I, accept this ending even though I feel like it was much needed, or do I accept it but try again? And that's where it's causing your person a lot of confusion. The Seven of Cups could also be, this person feeling that they weren't really invested in this situation when they had the chance to. That could be someone who's kind of like, investing in a situation with you, but still keeping their options open because it is coming up in the challenge position. So, the way that you're viewing them, Princess of Wands, you could be expecting some sort of a message from this person, okay? Or there's this energy of you feeling that you guys are on, very different pages when it comes to this bond here, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that there has to be an age gap between you and this person, but I definitely sense emotional immaturity, or you feeling like we're just not going to be able to see eye to eye because we want very different things. So, for some of you, there was a conversation here where you made it very clear what you wanted moving forward in this connection, and what this person wanted could have been very different, or they may have wanted the same thing as you but they weren't ready for it, and you may have not been willing to wait until they were ready, right? So I do see a disagreement, or like not being able to see eye to eye, and that may be some sort of communication that you're still holding on to. But initially what I was getting here is like you could be expecting a message from this person, or like waiting for some sort of a sign, or this is what you were doing in the past, right? Ever since the separation, maybe you did feel like there was a conversation that was going to occur, or you did feel like this person was going to reach out and maybe try to find a solution for what you guys were going through. We have the Ace of Swords in your feelings, and we have the Justice card. So some of you could be dealing with the Libra. This is all about receiving clarity, wanting to speak your truth, doing things the right way, doing what you feel is right. Okay, so with the Justice card, what I see is a case of tables have turned, or something working out the way that you wanted to, but you have waited a very, very long time for this to come in, is what I'm picking up on. With the Ace of Swords, again, you could be gaining clarity about this person, gaining clarity in this situation, but the Ace of Swords has a lot to do with speaking your truth as well, especially when it's coming out with the Justice card. So, Leo, is there something that you're holding on to? Is there something you have been thinking about, and it's emotionally impacted you for quite some time, or even mentally impacted you, and you're kind of like, I really want to get this off my chest? That could be the reason why you're wanting to have a conversation with this person as well. The Ace of Swords and the Justice card is kind of like a finally moment, like finally everything makes sense, or finally, this breakthrough happens, and I've been waiting on this breakthrough for quite some time, but it has a lot to do with the truth of a situation. So there may be something that was suppressed, or something that was in the dark that could be resurfacing for you this week. Even if you had a gut feeling about it, I feel this is, something that's tangible. So your gut feeling is going to be confirmed. Yeah, we have the Judgment in your feelings, as well as the Six of Cups. When this truth resurfaces, maybe for some of you it already has, you're going to be watching my reading at different times, but when this truth resurfaces for you, it is going to feel like a breath of fresh air, but you're also going to feel very nostalgic with the Six of Cups. It could be that you feel a lot more clear minded about this person and this connection, and maybe why this foundation wasn't stable, but then a part of you also is missing this person with the Six of Cups, or you're still reminded, of the past here. With the Judgment, that speaks about leaving something behind completely, saying, okay, this no longer serves me. It may be very comfortable or very familiar, but it's time for me to leave it behind. So what I see here is, for many of you, you've tried to make this connection work with this person because of the history you have with them, because of how long you've known them, or what you guys have attained together. And you didn't want to let it go because it was always this thought in your mind, kind of like, we came this far, or we've been together for this long, so I'm going to try my best to make this work. But there's a major shift where you're like, okay, I do have a lot of history with you, but this is no longer working. In the Six of Cups here, it's interesting because she's looking at a couple, so there may have been an interference in this bond, or it's exactly what I said a few minutes ago. You know, you're feeling alone this week, and you're being reminded of how you and this person used to be, and when things were smooth sailing between you both. But what I see is you leaving behind a situation that feels very familiar. It's almost like the fact that you have history with this person or things feel familiar, that is not enough of a reason to continue dabbling, because with the Judgment, this is about, again, leaving a situation behind, moving into something new. Okay, King of Pentacles, clarifying the World card, Princess of Swords. I do believe this is someone who's very curious about you. They may have access to your social media, or what you're doing is visible to them, through social media, and they could be keeping tabs on you. Now, with the King of Pentacles, I do believe this person's financial situation has gotten a lot better from the past, or they feel like a lot more stable than they used to. So that is a change that your person is going through here. But as far as the Seven of Cups and the Princess of Swords, it's almost like the more they try to figure something about you, the more they become confused. So even if they're, keeping tabs on you via social media, they can't really put their finger on what you're up to. They're just feeling very confused, right? Whether it's you're not publicizing anything at all, or when you are publicizing something, it seems like you're not really affected by what's going on. It's not like you're showing your vulnerable side on social media, or it's not like you're subliminally hinting something at this person. And I see it as the more they try to figure you out, the more they become confused, is what I'm seeing here. We have the Five of Pentacles in their feelings, the King of Swords. I do see it as someone who's really missing you, but they also feel very defeated when it comes to this situation. Now, the King of Swords could be someone who feels like they want to get something off their chest or have a very truthful conversation with you. But it's also very much like a problem solving energy. So, a part of this person does want to solve this issue. Like I said, as I opened your spread, they're feeling challenged this week because they're like, okay, this separation was much needed, but does that mean I leave it alone, or does it mean that I can actually start on a new slate with Leo? And that's where the confusion lies. And so, as far as the King of Swords goes, I do feel like a part of them wants to get to the bottom of, or find a solution. But with the Five of Pentacles, not only do they feel defeated, this may be someone who's being very hard on themselves in terms of feeling like they don't have what it takes to offer you something that you're deserving of. We have the Nine of Pentacles in their feelings and the Strength card. They're working on themselves. Nine of Pentacles is more of an independent energy. It could be someone who's, more focused on their financial situation or trying to be in a more stable place. And with the Strength card, they're having an extremely hard time opening up to you. Even though they're very curious about you and checking up on you via social media, Strength card is someone who's very held back. They're trying to numb out the emotions that they feel. It's like, they feel like they're on an emotional roller coaster, but they could be using work or something else as a form of a distraction so that they don't have to be consumed by thoughts of you or this connection here. There's something here that it's almost like bruising their ego, or they've had like an ego death. I'm more so getting like, they feel like their ego is bruised. It's like they expected either a conversation, or they expected you to be more affected by this ending. And I don't feel like you're not affected by it. I think it has a lot to do with you not showing that you are affected by it. And they're assuming, well, then that means Leo's not thinking of me, or, Leo doesn't care about this ending here. Four of Cups followed by the Five of Cups and the potential outcome. This is a lot of dwelling. This is a lot of should've, would've, could've energy. I do see that there's a level of disappointment when this person thinks of you or the connection that they have with you. But with the Four of Cups, there's also Four of Cups is more so like not being happy in the present moment, but you're thinking about what you could have done. So there's either too much of a focus on the past or too much of a focus on the future. You're not present. That's pretty much what the Four of Cups is. And that card is also associated with fantasizing and daydreaming, that sort of thing. So I do feel like this person is disappointed, although they're just thinking about what could have happened differently. They're having a hard time taking action towards you this week. The Four of Cups is being clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, the Hanged Man. Yeah, I do believe the silence may continue between you and this person. The Hanged Man could be a bit of a stuck energy, but what's being illuminated to them is the Six of Pentacles, which means there was a lack of equal give and take. They may feel like they either neglected you in the situation, or the Six of Pentacles could come up when someone quite literally feels like they were breadcrumbed. You could be dealing with the Pisces here. Okay. So I definitely see it as, yeah, someone who's very disappointed. I feel like, yes, the silence is going to continue with the Hanged Man, but there's more, fantasizing, or I should have done this, or if I did this, then maybe the result would be different, that kind of energy. And the neglect, or at least not having this person's undivided attention, is something that's resurfacing for them this week. Okay, so let's see what they want to communicate. Okay, you and I were too young. You may have known this person, since childhood. Six of Cups is associated with like a childhood friend or something from your childhood. So that's for some of you. It could also be just maturity levels as well, if it's not anything to do with age. It's like meeting this person and forming a connection, but not knowing what to do with it. I'm so attracted to you. So there's still a lot of passion. There's still a lot of attraction here. I want to feel that way again. I do believe this person is craving, your affection, or they're wanting to be in your company. And again, that's why with the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups, they're still living in the past. They're still like in their mind, they're still thinking about what you guys used to have together. And the Four of Cups again is when you're not present. So they're still deriving some sort of comfort from what you guys used to have. I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah. And that's what I was saying with the Seven of Cups energy. Someone who feels like not only are their emotions all over the place this week, it's someone who is thinking about you, but some days feel easier than others. So their emotions are, coming in waves, is the best way for me to describe that energy. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.